Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we have my gunfight tips and tricks so that you can win more of your gunfights in Deceive Inc. Before we get started, I just want to say if you do enjoy Deceive Inc or you enjoy daily content, definitely check out my other videos and maybe consider subscribing. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, so it would really mean a lot to me. Anyway, let's get into the video. First, let's start with the basics. The one thing I want to make sure everyone is clear on is that you want to be managing your crosshair placement. This is true of any shooter game, so if you're new to shooters, this is going to travel between games. But on Deceive Inc, it's especially true because all the NPCs have different heights. So like when you're suspicious of someone, you obviously want to lock onto their head and you just follow them around when they're in their cover. But when they're breaking cover, you're going to have to adjust a little bit. You see, like this guy's this tall, but Yumi only comes up to his shoulder. So all the agents have different heights for some reason, but it's still good practice to keep aiming at the head at all times. So even when you're walking around, you want to keep your crosshair at head height. There's no reason to be looking down unless you're like getting intel or ammo or whatever, but when you're walking around, keep your crosshair at head level. The reason this is so important is because you get damage multipliers for headshots. So for example, if I fully charge Yumi's weapon and I hit him in the body, I do 51 damage. Where if I fully charge and hit them in the head, I do 102, which is a one-hit kill if they don't have a maximum health field upgrade. Also, if you want to work more on your aim, I do have a couple of aim training exercises that you could do. Like for one, if you're on PC, downloading the free Aim Labs game, I guess it's on Steam. It allows you to train your aim with a bunch of different mini games, so you can practice your tracing, your crosshair placement, hitting headshots, like all of that stuff. So definitely check out Aim Labs. But if you're on console, I would recommend downloading one of the free shooter games, or if you have like an old Call of Duty you can play, or like I'm sure Fortnite has like some kind of training mode or whatever, where you can just continuously shoot like bots, like go into a custom lobby and shoot bots. Just getting those repetitions in place will be a huge help for you on making your aim better, because it's really hard to practice your aim in battle royales because you're not in gunfights a lot. So being in a place where you can just practice killing enemies over and over again, like just put in like before you get on, do it for 30 minutes, just continuously shoot bots and then hop into a deceiving game. You'll start noticing a difference within a few days of how much better your aim is. The next tip I want to focus on is strafing. This again travels between pretty much every single shooter, that you want to be moving as much as possible to make it harder for your opponents to hit you. So a good example of this is with the shield. So the reason the shield is so annoying is because you can just poke your head out like this on the side of the shield. So once you're on this side, they can't hit you, obviously, because the shield's in the way. But if you're poking in and out, you can do damage while strafing. So you just release the... See, he can't...
Hey, don't be
it's that easy. Kind of looking for a green key card. Oh. Oh. This principle also applies outside of cover, like not even worrying about the shield. You want to be strafing as much as possible, so you run back and forth. Make it yourself as hard a target as possible to hit. When you're going against people with really bad aim, that's a great way to outplay them. Just simply moving back and forth. And I'll put in some gameplay clips as well for you to see how that actually works in the game, not just here in the...
Rival agent detection mode activated.
It was too easy. The next important tip to focus on is knowing who you're playing against. So for example, Hans is horrendous at long ranges. So watch, I'll initiate the gunfight with the NPC and you'll see how I will not be able to kill him with all 6 bullets at this range. See? So it's very important that you only take gunfights that are advantageous to you. So if you see a Hans, keep your distance, because it's going to be a lot harder for him. He'll have to aim down sights in order to hit these longer range gunfights. Versus if I'm close quarters, which here, I'll redeploy. If I'm close quarters with him, I can just delete him in 3 shots before another NPC could even react. So If you're using Hans, make sure you're getting up close. If you're going against the Hans, make sure you're as far away as possible. Another example of this is when you're going against a Chavez. So when damage is being done to Chavez, I'll just let him get me weak. You're fighting the Chavez, they're missing all their shots. You got them super, super weak, and they pop their cover. The best play for the Squire would be to just chase me, because more oftentimes than not, Chavez uses this as a get out of jail free card. And so if you can just chase them down, and as soon as they're out of their expertise, shoot them, it's a free kill. So you know when someone is on, you have someone on the ropes when they are using those expertise, because that's their panic button. The same is true with Madame Zoo, with Larson. So when Larson pops his expertise, let's see. So for Larson, when Larson's weak, you're doing some damage. They're missing all their shots. Can't seem to hit you. And they pop their expertise. They're running to escape to heal. So you could just, if they're using their third expertise, you can just follow them wherever they're going, or you can use that as your opportunity to back off and heal as well. So the next tip I want to highlight is utilizing cover to your advantage. So if you see an NPC and you take a gunfight, you can again do the strafing behind the wall and just do quick pop shots. Notice I'm keeping my aim at head level, so when I do hit him, it is a headshot. There are also other scenarios you can do where, like, if you are behind a desk or behind a box, you could just duck behind this and then poke your head back up. If I can actually hit my shots. See, he's strafe aiming me, so I can't even hit him. And you could just use the box as cover, similar to like if you don't want to run the shield. You just take the gunfight wherever you can. So I'll poke him here, use this, hide from him, force him to come to you, and overextend so that you can be in an advantageous situation. Oh, the last tip I want to focus on is always having an escape plan. So if you were in a gunfight and you find yourself missing all your shots, if you're playing Larson, you use your ability and you get away, as far away as possible, to regain your cover and to just reset the gunfight. Maybe you go to the bathroom and heal, you find some food, you know, whatever you need to do, you just escape, have that escape plan in mind. Some agents don't have an expertise that can allow them to escape very quickly. So you need to have a plan in place to get to cover as quickly as possible. So, for example, I'm fighting with Cavalier, but I have a bounce mat, and I can get up here away from them as quickly as possible. This allows you to get into a more advantageous situation. But now I have the high ground, and I can just poke my head out and fight the Squire on my own turf. Let's take another agent that doesn't have escapability and their expertise, and we're not running the bounce mat. Notice what you could do to escape. So you get the first shot off, you drop your shield. If they're shooting at your shield, you just run away. If they push you, you could just shoot them. Or you could just continue running away, get your cover back. You'll have damage resistance, and you can just come back and re-engage with the fight whenever you want. But beautiful, we love it. Oh, there's a green right there as well. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
Critical.
I never healed. We gotta get out of here. Can we get to this?
That was a long enough break.
Always have an escape plan. That means fighting near other rooms. Like, don't fight in long hallways that don't have a lot of doors, because a lot of times you can use those doors to your advantage, which I'll provide some clips, of course, showing what I mean by using doors to your advantage. I'll even show that using this terminal thing to your advantage. Just kind of moving around, trying to get away as quickly as possible. One advanced tip I wanted to go over has to do with the shield. So usually when I place my shield, when someone places their shield down, you're sort of expecting them to play behind the shield at all times. However, sometimes what I like to do, or most of the time what I like to do, is when I can get a pop shot or two, like maybe I don't headshot them, I shoot them in the legs the whole time. They're trying to run and cover, and I'll just run up and charge them and hit them with, you know, a melee, or I'll hopefully hit that first shot and be more aggressive. The shield, in a way, isn't very strong anymore, because you can just shoot it at this weak point. So if someone else places a shield, what you can do is shoot this like bottom gold kind of glowy thing, and it'll instantly break the shield. But what I like to do is, instead of doing that, is I'll push someone on their own shield. I will. Let's say it's his shield, he's backing up. I'll push him out of his own shield, and I'll chase them down. Yeah, you're out of here, boss. It seems a lot of times when you put your shield down, people will back up and like start reloading, trying to go get their cover back because the guards are shooting them. So I'd love to take that as an opportunity to just pounce and get a free kill. Definitely like mind game your way. Use the advantage you have. Like they're scared. They don't know what's going on. They're trying to disengage from the gunfight. You just don't let them. You push them, be more aggressive, especially as you get more confident in your aim. It makes it a lot easier to win gunfights when you know you can be more aggressive, you know you can hit your shots, and you know you have them on their back foot. So here, if I get somebody like that, I'll hit him with the expertise, and then I'll jump out and get the easy kill. Come here, boy. Come here, big boy. Oh, I missed. I'll just run at you. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy that, and I hope all of these tips help you out in your gunfights. If you guys would like me to go a little more in depth with some of the things I talked about, I definitely can. Otherwise, that's gonna do it for today. Hope you guys did enjoy that, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.